A frequent critic of mass transit plan for Central Indiana came up with his own package for increased bus service today. But supporters of expanded transit say Senator Brent Waltz is just trying to sink the whole idea. RTV6 reporter Norman Cox has more on today's sharp exchange at the State House.
Greenwood Republican Brent Waltz says the plan from transit advocates does nothing for Central Indiana residents who would never ride buses or trains, so he put together a radically different proposal.
So, in fact, welcome to Senate District 36.
Waltz's plan would ditch light rail commuter trains altogether in favor of standard buses and bus rapid transit. But he would also take some of the tax money intended for buses and divert it to highways, an idea guaranteed to anger transit advocates. Waltz would use that money to add lanes to busy roads, including some exclusively for car fleets.
What I've seen over the last few years is what I would determine to be a lack of a value proposition with many citizens in Central Indiana. A citizen living in Hamilton County whose income tax would go up potentially several $100s by current proposals from last General Assembly would ask why.
But Indianapolis Democrats on the committee were sharply critical of Waltz's proposal. They said his plan wouldn't work because it would require the legislature to micromanage transportation in Central Indiana. And since the proposed local income tax increase would probably just barely cover the cost of expanded transit as it is, diverting part of it to roads wouldn't leave enough for buses.
Yes, economically unfeasible, which is, I think, one of the reasons he supports the idea.
You think he's trying to kill the bill?
Yeah, I think that's transparent.
Republicans weren't as openly critical, but the sponsor of last session's transit bill, Carmel Representative Jerry Torr, agreed that Waltz's plan is not economically feasible. The committee probably won't adopt anything like Waltz's plan, but he does represent a substantial number of legislators who question the value of transit subsidies and could block any proposal. At the State House, I'm Norman Cox, RTV6.
Supporters of the IndyConnect plan to beef up regular bus service in Marion and Hamilton counties and add bus rapid transit hope the legislature will approve a voter referendum for the November 2014 election ballot.